Now, I'm going to give you a piece of advice that I think you'll find most valuable when studying openings. It's vital to have a model game for each variation that you study. A model game is one that you like and have studied deeply and that you understand well. It's going to make things a lot easier. You don't need to remember lots of games, just that one. But as I said, you've got to comprehend the ideas really well. Trust me, it works, and I'm going to prove it to you just now. A couple of years after having studied the Williams versus Karpov game, I got the chance to play that same variation against a pretty strong player in Sydney. Here's that game. White is Team Riley, and I was black. I was 16 at the time. Okay, we got the same position. Exactly the same position. And here white chose bishop a4, king to d8, and now decided to take on d7. And this was not a particularly useful bishop in the Williams-Karpov game, so white decides to get rid of it. I'm not sure if this is a wonderful variation because later on in the game white had trouble defending c4, but it had been tried before. For example, there's one game where black took back with the bishop, and this is what happened. To b1, king to c7, all very normal. Maybe b6 in this position would have been better. And now this move takes, and now a4. Black can no longer play a5 because b6 would fall, so that means white's going to get the a5 break. And it's not just that, white also has this really annoying move that we've seen before. It's a really cool idea. Knight to d4, double exclamation mark. If we take, he's going to take back, and then c5 is going to destroy black's position. So in this game, black tried queen to e8, check, bishop takes, pawn takes, and now this bishop is particularly strong, and white doesn't have any bad bishops. This is quite a nice position. Rook here, and now black went wrong with f5. And black had to resign after bishop takes d6. He's losing material. This game was Tony Miles against Iskov, played at Dortmund, 1976. In my game, after bishop takes d7, I don't know why I decided to take back with the knight. I thought my knight wasn't doing all that much on f6 anyway, and I wanted to put it on e5. The most critical move now would have been rook to h6. Instead, white played rook to h7. So I bring my knight back to h7, and now I overprotect that pawn on d6. And here I'm able to play a5 again. And this is very similar to the Karpov game. But there is one difference, and that difference is that this light squared bishop is particularly powerful now. See, it's not so easy to defend that pawn anymore. I mean, having to defend it with the king looks extremely risky. Already, black is threatening to take on c4. For example, if queen h5, bishop takes, check, and b5 is checkmate. So queen to d1, so that if bishop takes, he takes with the king and a4 is protected. Just like in the Karpov game, I bring my king to a8 this time. If I bring it to a7, then rook h7 is kind of annoying. So king to a8 does look safer. And now he's threatening to double up here and attack d6. But the position of white's king is vulnerable. And here black's got this beautiful pawn break. and the sacrifice, of course. And now look at this rook, which seemed like a defensive rook. Now, okay, I played this in-between move. I nearly forgot. So that he doesn't take on d6 immediately. And then I bring that rook over to the queen side. Now, black's got a beautiful attack along the b file. This is totally winning. I just bring my queen here, threatening rook to b3. And here, knight here. The knight joins the attack as well. Check, king here. Check, discover, check. Knight to b3, rook takes, king here, rook takes, and my opponent resigned. I don't think there's any defense here. Black's got too much power along the b file, and if you think about it, he doesn't have enough pieces protecting his king side. This is going to end up in checkmate. No defense, really. Knight here, rook takes, knight check, king here. If he had played, what can he play? I mean, if he comes here or here, I can take the queen with check. I think it's quite evident that Williams versus Karpov was my model game. This doesn't mean you don't need to study other games in your database or a book you're studying. You do. But if you've done the serious work on the model game that you like, it's going to be much easier for you to understand the rest of the games, and you won't need to spend much time on them. Alright, that's going to be the end of part 2 on the Nimzo-Indian defense. Before I go, I'd like to tell you about a new chess channel that I bumped into a few weeks ago. It's run by a 14-year-old candidate master with a FIDE rating of 2200. His name is Yoav Milikov, and he was born in the US, but he lives in Israel now. What I like about this channel is two things. First of all, it's a lot of fun to watch him play Ultra Bullet chess. And if you're wondering, Ultra Bullet chess is a chess game in 15 or 30 seconds per side. And I'm not exaggerating when I say that he's probably faster than Andrew Tang at his age. Yoav also likes to comment on Grandmaster games, and his videos are very instructional. Check it out. He's got less than 300 subscribers, but I'm sure he's going to have a lot more pretty soon. Links at the end of this video and also in the description below. Thanks for watching. See you next time.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.